Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Talk Studio, the podcast where we make learning English feel natural and enjoyable. I am Emma.
And I am Jake. So great to be here with you all today. Emma, I need to start this episode with something important.
Oh? What is it?
I owe you an apology. Last week, we were recording, and I accidentally knocked your coffee off the table. Your whole coffee? Gone.
Jake, I had forgotten about that completely.
I have not. It was a very good coffee, and I felt terrible. Emma, I am truly sorry. That was completely my fault, and I should have said it more clearly at the time.
Jake, it is absolutely fine, honestly. But you know what? You just did something really clever there.
Did I?
You used several of the key phrases we are going to teach today. I owe you an apology. I am truly sorry. That was completely my fault. And it sounded completely natural and sincere.
See? I planned that the whole time.
Of course you did. And this leads us perfectly into today's topic, which is English for apologizing and forgiving, two sides of one of the most human and important conversations we have.
Yes, we apologize and we forgive every single day. With friends, with family, at work, with strangers. And in English, there are so many ways to do both. And the wrong phrase at the wrong moment can make a simple apology feel cold or even insincere.
And on the other side, if you do not know how to accept an apology gracefully, the conversation can become awkward very quickly. Today, we are going to cover both sides completely.
This is one of those episodes that is useful not just for your English, but for your relationships. Good apology language builds trust. It repairs things. It makes people feel seen and respected.
Before we begin, a quick message for all of you.
If you are enjoying English Talk Studio, please hit the like button right now. It is such a small action, but it helps so many more people find our podcast. We are genuinely grateful for every single one.
And if you are new here today, welcome. We are so happy you found us. Please subscribe so you never miss a new episode. New practical English every week, just for you.
And please leave a comment below. We read every single message. Tell us what you want to learn next, or share a story about a time you had to apologize in English. We would love to hear it.
We really would. Okay, Jake, let us start with the apology itself. What are the different ways to say sorry in English, and when do you use each one?
Great place to start. The most simple and most common is just, I am sorry. Or the more casual version, sorry, just one word. This works for small, everyday moments. You bump into someone on the street, sorry. You are a few minutes late to meet a friend, sorry I'm late.
And then there is, I apologize. This is slightly more formal. You might hear it in a professional setting. I apologize for the confusion, or I apologize for the delay. It has a bit more weight to it than just sorry.
And then there is, I am so sorry. The addition of so makes it stronger and more emotional. It signals that you genuinely feel bad. I am so sorry. I had no idea that would upset you.
And even stronger is, I am truly sorry, or I am deeply sorry. These are for more serious situations, a significant mistake causing real hurt to someone. I am truly sorry for what happened. That was not okay.
Now here's something very important. A real apology in English usually has more than just the sorry. Native speakers and fluent English users combine the apology with other elements to make it feel complete and sincere.
Yes, the most important additional element is taking responsibility. This means you acknowledge what you did. Not just sorry, but sorry and what you are sorry for.
So instead of just, I am sorry, you say, I am sorry I was late. I should have left earlier. Or, I am so sorry I forgot your birthday. That was thoughtless of me, and you deserved better.
Thoughtless means you did not think about how your actions would affect someone else. And saying you deserved better is very powerful. It tells the person their feelings are valid and that you understand the impact of what you did.
Another important element is avoiding excuses. There is a difference between an explanation and an excuse. An explanation gives context. An excuse tries to avoid responsibility.
For example, I am sorry I missed your call. I was in a meeting and could not pick up. That is an explanation. It tells the truth without shifting blame.
Compare that to, I am sorry I missed your call, but you called at a really inconvenient time. That is an excuse. It actually puts some of the blame on the other person. Do not do that. An apology that contains but is usually not a full apology.
That is such an important point. I am sorry, but is almost always a warning sign. As soon as you hear but after an apology, something unhelpful is usually about to follow.
A clean apology sounds like, I am sorry. I was wrong. I should not have done that. And it ends there. No but, no however, just accountability.
Now let us talk about some specific phrases you can use to show you understand how the other person felt. These phrases go beyond just sorry, and they make an apology feel truly heartfelt.
You can say, I understand why you were upset. This shows empathy. It validates their feelings. You can also say, I can see how that must have felt, or I imagine that was really frustrating for you.
These phrases show that you are thinking about the other person, not just about yourself. A lot of apologies focus on how bad the apologizing person feels. The best apologies focus on the person who was hurt.
Another powerful phrase is, that was not fair to you, or you did not deserve that. Simple and direct acknowledgement that the other person was wronged.
And then there is, I will make sure it doesn't happen again, or I am going to try to do better. These phrases are called commitments. They tell the other person that the apology is not just words, it is a promise to change.
Though only say this if you mean it. An empty commitment is worse than no commitment at all. If you say, I will make sure it doesn't happen again, and then it happens again, you have damaged trust twice.
Very true. The best apology is a changed behavior. Okay, now let us talk about the other side. How to respond when someone apologizes to you. How to accept an apology gracefully.
The most common response is, it's okay, or don't worry about it, or no worries. These are casual and friendly, and they work for small everyday apologies.
No worries is very popular in Australian and American English especially. Someone says, sorry, you say, no worries. It is casual, warm, and immediately puts the other person at ease.
Then there is, it is fine, really. I appreciate you saying that. This is a step up. It acknowledges that you did have feelings about it, but that the apology meant something to you. It is fine, really. I appreciate you saying that.
And for situations where you genuinely were hurt, but you are ready to move on, you might say, thank you for apologizing. That means a lot to me. This tells the person that the apology landed, that it was received, that it mattered.
Or, I really appreciate you saying that. I know that was not easy. This is a generous and emotionally intelligent response. You are acknowledging not just the apology, but the courage it sometimes takes to apologize.
Because apologizing is not always easy, is it?
No, it requires humility. It requires admitting you are wrong. Some people find that very difficult. When someone manages to do it genuinely, recognizing that effort is a beautiful thing.
Now, sometimes you receive an apology, but you are not quite ready to accept it yet. Your feelings are still raw. What do you say then? Because you do not have to pretend everything is fine when it is not.
You can say, I hear you, and I appreciate the apology. I just need a little time. That is honest and fair. It does not reject the apology. It just says, I am not there yet, but I am willing to get there.
Or, thank you for saying that. I am still processing everything, but I do appreciate it. Processing means you are still working through your feelings. It is a very human and real thing to say.
These responses are kind but honest. They give the relationship space to heal at the right pace, instead of forcing a resolution before both people are truly ready.
Now, let us talk about some phrases used in professional or work situations, because apologizing at work has its own slightly different language.
Yes. At work, you might say, I want to apologize for the miscommunication. I should have been clearer. Or, I am sorry for any confusion my email may have caused. I will resend with clearer instructions.
Miscommunication means information was not communicated clearly, causing a misunderstanding. And I should have been clearer takes responsibility without being overly emotional. It is calm, professional, and direct.
Another common work apology is, I apologize for the delay. I understand this has caused inconvenience and I will make it my priority. This is professional, acknowledges impact, and includes a commitment to fix things.
And in a situation where a mistake affected a team or a group, you might say, I want to take responsibility for this. It was my error and I should have caught it earlier. This kind of direct accountability in a workplace setting earns enormous respect from colleagues and managers.
Now, let us talk about a phrase that trips a lot of learners up. I am sorry you feel that way. This phrase sounds like an apology, but it is actually not one. Do you know why?
Because it does not acknowledge any wrongdoing. It shifts attention from what you did to how the other person is feeling, as if their feeling is the problem rather than your action.
Exactly. I am sorry you feel that way can feel dismissive and even cold, even if that was not the intention. Compare it to, I am sorry I made you feel that way. That version takes responsibility. It says, I did something that caused your feeling. That is a real apology.
The difference between those two sentences is enormous. I am sorry you feel that way versus I am sorry I made you feel that way. One sentence shift, completely different meaning and emotional impact.
Now we have a wonderful listener story to share with you.
Yes, we love this part. This one comes from Hiroshi in Japan. Hiroshi is 34 years old and works as an engineer at an international company. Much of his communication is in English with colleagues around the world.
Hello, Hiroshi. Hiroshi wrote to us and said, in Japan, we have a strong culture of apology. We apologize often and very sincerely. When I started working in English, I assumed I already understood apologies, but I quickly realized the phrases I was using were not landing the way I intended.
That is such an interesting and important observation. The culture of apology can translate, but the specific language does not always carry over directly.
Hiroshi continued, I was saying things like, I am sorry for the inconvenience, in situations where a more personal apology was needed. My English was technically correct, but it sounded formal and distant when my colleagues expected something warmer.
That word landing is so interesting. Hiroshi said the apologies were not landing the way he intended. An apology that lands means it reaches the other person. It is received. It feels real. Sometimes technically correct English does not land because the register or the warmth is off.
Hiroshi said, after learning phrases like, I understand why you are upset, and you deserved better, and I really appreciate your patience with me, everything changed. A colleague told me recently that I am one of the most thoughtful people she works with. She does not know how hard I worked to find those words.
Hiroshi, that is one of the most beautiful things we have ever heard on this podcast. One of the most thoughtful people she works with, and the words helped you show who you already were.
The language did not change who Hiroshi is. He was already thoughtful. The language just made that visible. That is so powerful.
Hiroshi, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sharing that story with us. You have made our day.
Let us do a quick summary of today. For apologizing, I am sorry. I apologize. I am so sorry. I am truly sorry. I was wrong. That was completely my fault. I should not have done that. I understand why you are upset. You deserved better. I will make sure it does not happen again. For accepting an apology. No worries. It is okay. Thank you for apologizing. That means a lot. I appreciate you saying that. I hear you. I just need a little time. For work apologies, I want to apologize for the miscommunication. I apologize for the delay. I want to take responsibility for this. The phrase to avoid, I am sorry you feel that way. Use instead, I am sorry I made you feel that way.
Those phrases are going to serve you so well in your everyday English life, in small moments and big ones. Write them down, say them out loud, practice them until they feel natural.
Because the goal is not just to have the words when things go well. The goal is to have the words when things go wrong and you need to repair something. Those are the moments that matter most.
Now, our question for you. Leave a comment below and tell us, is there a situation in English where you have had to apologize or accept an apology and it felt awkward? What happened? Or tell us which phrase from today felt most useful to you.
We want to know. Every story teaches us something too, and we genuinely enjoy reading every single one.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It is the best way to help us reach more learners around the world, and it takes only 1 second.
Please subscribe so you get our new episodes every week, and share this one with a friend who is learning English. This episode is the kind that is useful in real life, right away. It might help someone repair something important.
Just one friend. That is all we ask. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. See you next time, Jake.
See you next time, Emma. Bye, everyone. Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep enjoying English.